Welcome along, everybody, to the Shirtless Plantain Show. My name is Tosin. I'm going to be doing this solo. Tomi's out ill. Hope he feels better. This is the Manchester United edition. Let's talk about Manchester United and Fulham. They beat them 1-0, traveled away to London after beating Rangers in Europa League 2-1. Back-to-back results, 3 points in Europa League, 3 points in Premier League. Important for Ruben Amorim's side. They need the confidence. I'm not trying to be mean in what I'm about to say, because making it as a professional footballer at any level is difficult. To make it to the Premier League is extremely difficult. To play for Manchester United is even more difficult than anything I said. So these players deserve love, okay? They are trying, they're fighting their ass off week in and week out. Now, with that said, there's a clear lack of quality in this team. There has been a lot of money spent for players that, unfortunately are not pulling their weight with their transfer fees. And I get it. Again, it's a very, very hard job to do, to play week in and week out in the Premier League. Add that to the fact that mid-season Manchester United added a new manager who is playing a different style than most of these players are used to. You're seeing the players struggling. Someone like Mazraoui is usually going to be a right back or left back. Someone like Dalot is a right back, left back. Instead, they're playing wing backs, and it's very difficult for them to kind of translate their talent into that. So I'm trying to give them some grace. Someone like Rasmus Højlund, for example, he's struggling. He's out of form. He's out of confidence. You can see it in his first touches. You can see it in the way that he's running. The player does not look confident at all. It's very unfortunate because there is talent, I think, with the kid. You saw him at Atalanta. You saw there was, things that he could do, but his time at United is looking very, very rough. Man Utd, he's been doing his thing this season, but he's more of a shin kicker, and he does what he does, and he's not going to be the most progressive. There are some moments you see some class in him. In the first half, he did a little move that got a free kick, and it was like, okay, there's some player in here, but again, overall, it's a very, very rough squad. It's a patch squad right now where Ruben's trying to bring in his ideas with some players that might not fit exactly what he wants to do. So that's my take on the quality of the players. Not trying to say these guys are rubbish, because again, like I said, playing at this level is a very difficult thing to do. Now, let's not be so doom and gloom, because there were some players who shown today and showed that they're really quality. Lisandro Martinez, hands down, a brilliant player. That guy, when he's on it, he's on it. He's 5'8", as they say. I think he's a little smaller than that, but the guy's a brilliant player. His shot, again, you don't win the lottery if you don't, try and buy a raffle. You don't. And he shot the ball, deflected, obviously went in, and it is what it is. Man United got their 3 points. They ran out of there. Toby Collier saved United's bacon today. Great header off the line during that corner kick towards the end of the game. And that's all you need. Keep a clean sheet and keep it moving. I don't want to sit here and go too in-depth with tactics and go too in-depth with all of this, because we know what Ruben's trying to do. He's trying to build his system that worked for him at Portugal, that he's done his whole entire way. And it's going to be rough. There's going to be, obviously, as you've seen as the season's going on, it's a lot of not fun football to watch. There's a lot of stress. You see fans complaining on social media, but we all know what's going on at the club at the top level with the ownership issues, with the money issues, the PSR, all of that. We know what's going on in the club. I just want sometimes fans to be a little bit patient. Like, listen, man, things are going to take its time. For example, take a look at Bournemouth. When they first hired Arola, it did not look good. It did not look good. The first 10 games or so, they were not winning. They were not doing anything. And now look, you got Justin Kluivert scoring a hat trick twice in the Premier League. You got Ouattara scoring a hat trick. And this is just the way it is. When you have a coach who has a system he wants to play, you find talented players that he can get the best out of, and they can listen to him. And that's what's all that's happening at Bournemouth is a bit of luck, good ownership, great recruiting, and a great coach. Marry it all together, and you get yourself a Bournemouth situation. Even not in the force that it be. Same thing, great recruitment, ownership wants to do well. So it takes time. I want United fans to be patient, to understand that you want your club to be doing the very best. To understand. I'm not here to gaslight anybody. I'm not here to tell anybody like, hey, this and that. Nah, be patient. These things, it's rough. Football cyclical. I grew up in the era where Liverpool were not that good. Now Liverpool were the top dogs. I grew up in the era where Man City were not that good. Now Man City the top dogs. I grew up in the era where Lyon were beating Real Madrid in the Champions League. Now Real Madrid are back to being the bosses in Champions League, because that's just the way football is. It's all cyclical. It is what it is. So United beating Fulham, beating Rangers, good stuff, good omens. Keep that going. Clean sheets, take your chances, get your 3 points in and out. United's next schedule, next few, the schedule coming up doesn't look too bad. You got FCSB travel on Thursday, last Europa League game. United should already have qualified by now. I believe so. You got Crystal Palace, Leicester in the FA Cup, Tottenham, Everton, and Ipswich. These are sort of games United should be winning. Use your confidence to continue the momentum for the rest of the season, because it's a rough time to be a United fan. But guess what? Tough times never last. Tough people last. So again, I'm Tosin. I'm out. Everyone take it easy. Peace.
Hey folks, this is Dan from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.